Then I will slap a mana on here. Slap a mana on. It's the soundtrack for this one. It's like the same guy who did Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy Mons and Magic.
Yep, exactly. That guy can't be that expensive.
No.
Hey, we're the Brothers Murph, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us out a lot. And today on the Game House, we are playing Mons and Mages from Leviath Games, who are sponsoring this playthrough.
Indeed,
we really
thank you so much,
appreciate that,
Leviath Games.
So in this game, we are
recruiting Mons.
We're recruiting Mons.
Yes.
There's these magical animals that you can see here that we're not taming. They are wild animals.
Pretty much, yeah. But we're recruiting them onto our team because we're in the middle of a competition with other mages where you are a friendly competition, kind of battling between each other.
Trying to get ranked and stuff.
Indeed.
And really it's kind of an engine building game where the different
Yes.
Mons that you have will sort of chain together and work off each other. And we're just sort of like hoping to use our magic enough to like not get killed in the process.
Exactly. So it's all about those synergies, all about that engine building. And we're going to go into a overview of Mons and Mages.
Yep.
Again, big shout out to Leviath Games. There'll be a link down to the campaign down in the description
Do
below.
check that out.
Let's get into an overview.
In Mons and Mages, players are seasoned wizards going around the countryside to recruit Mons for the tri-annual Mons and Mages tournament. In the game, you are trying to bring your opponents down to 0 health and knock them out. On a player's turn, they will gain 1 runestone, which is the currency in the game. They will also gain 2 runes from each meditation card if there are any runes on them. Then on a turn, they may do one of 2 things. They may meditate and put up to 3 runes on 1 meditation card. When you do this, you will put an equal amount on the card again. So if you put 2, you will place another 2 for a total of 4. The other action you may do is recruit a Mon from the wild in the center of the table. The cost for a Mon is shown here on their card, and you will pay this cost and then move them to the very right end of your tableau of Mons. If under the cost it shows this symbol, you will gain a stun token. Once you have 3, you are stunned and you will have to take a stun turn instead of a normal turn. A stun turn is basically you skipping the majority of your turn. If the Mon shows this symbol, the Mon will gain a rune which will be gathered once your staff moves on to that Mon. There are lots of different Mons and they all work differently and synergize in different ways. At the top of a Mon is their stats, their carry, which is their offense, their friendliness, their utility or stuff they're good at other than offense, and then their size. These stats are mostly just here for flavor, but occasionally a card will reference them. Below their stats is their origin. There are 5 different origins: Woodland, Ghost, Giant, Siren, and Dragon, and each has their own playstyle and abilities. When you recruit a Mon, you will immediately trigger their origin ability, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Here is their cost to recruit, as we've discussed. This is their strength that will damage your opponents when that Mon is activated. In the middle here is their various abilities. The Lightning Bolt is an instant effect that happens right when you recruit them, a blue ability is an ongoing ability, and a yellow ability is a relationship ability that will relate to another Mon that you can recruit. Under that is their mana spaces. Once these spaces are full, you will trigger their spell ability. On top of their origin, each Mon also has a class. They can be a singer, a fighter, a caretaker, a magic addict, a diffuser, or a flyer. When the Mon is full of mana, you will do their class ability, which we'll discuss in a bit, and then you will cast their spell next to their class. So as a reminder, once you recruit a Mon, it will go into your tableau and you will trigger their origin ability, and then if they have one, you'll trigger their instant effect. Once you have done that, your staff will move to the next card in your tableau. This will activate that card. You will deal damage according to their strength here, and if the Mon has any growth tokens, you will add 1 to their strength for each growth. Also note that whenever you're dealing damage, you are dealing it to every one of your opponents simultaneously. You will then place 1 mana on that Mon. If at any point a Mon has its limit of mana, you will activate its class and spell ability, and then that mana is removed. Once you have finished moving your staff and activating your Mon, play will move to the next player. This game is all about synergizing your Mons together. Their origin, class, and spell abilities work together in a bunch of different ways. We obviously won't go into all the different ways they can work together, but let's quickly talk about the various origin and class abilities. When recruiting a Woodland Mon, you will gain mana equal to half of your Woodland Mons rounded up, and then you will distribute this mana amongst your Mons. The Dragon origin allows you to roll dice equal to how many dragons you have. For each dragon head you roll, you will deal 1 damage to all of your opponents. For every teeth that you roll, you will deal 1 damage to yourself. When you gain a ghost, you will move your staff marker a number of spaces up to the number of ghost Mons you have, and you will activate the Mon that it lands on. Note that whenever your staff gets to the end of your tableau, it will circle back around to the front and keep moving. When recruiting a Siren, you will simply inflict 1 stun token on your opponents. And finally, the Giant ability allows a Giant to shelter a Mon. When a Mon is sheltered and its top card is activated, it will then gain 1 mana and leave shelter and move to the very rightmost space of your tableau. Many Mons will do specific things when being in shelter or leaving shelter. So that is the origin abilities. Now let's quickly talk about the class abilities. When a fighter is full of mana, they will roll dice equal to that Mon's strength, and they will deal 1 damage for every 2 pips rolled on the dice. The Magic Addict may discard a mana from another Mon to do their spell ability twice. A Singer deals 1 damage for every Singer card you have. A Caretaker places 1 growth on an adjacent Mon, and if it's their first growth token, they will also gain 1 rune. A Diffuser places 1 mana on each of its adjacent Mons. And finally, a Flyer can move forward or backward into your tableau any number of spaces, and then they will place 1 mana on an adjacent Mon. And remember that after their class ability, you will activate the Mon's spell next to it. And you can put together some pretty crazy combos. Players will take turns casting spells and dealing damage until the end game is triggered, and the game will end when there is 1 wizard left standing and that wizard wins the game.
Real quick, we're going to come with the Mons and Mages chant. Mons and Mages. Mons and Mages. Dragon stuff. Okay.
Boom.
There you go. We're here to play Mons and Mages, y'all. As you saw in the overview, we got different factions. We're going to play with Dragon, Woodland, and Ghost today. Yep. There are other ones as well. In a 2-player game, you only choose 3 to play with and stuff. There's a little bit of mixing and matching there. So this is a kind of a suggested starter set of our Mons to deal with and stuff. We each have our 1 card in reserve ready to go as a standard for the start of the game. I have a basic trick of random recruit, Nick. So after you gain an advanced trick, which will happen once these cards are cleared, as a result of removing all stage cards on your board, draw the top card of the B deck and collect that card for free, ignore cost and stun cost. Boom. So that's a little bit of a later thing. I paid my 1 rune stone for that card. You have a basic trick that's in Secrets
hiding
for
right now. Yeah, it will come out at a certain point.
Okay. So we've determined that I'm first player. We're going to play kind of like an equal turns game. So basically once one person gets removed of all their health, we'll just finish out that round. I'll be first player, and then the most health, of course, wins.
Indeed, just a reminder, this is a prototype. It's a very good looking prototype, to be fair. But
it's prototype, so everything here is subject to change. So just note that, and we'll see when the future comes. But I'm first player, so I did have to pay 1 rune stone. I have 7.
That's right, I need my other cards for my
let's find out. I'm first going to collect my income, so I'll get your sponsor income. I don't have anything on meditation cards to gain. Do I want to buy something straight away, or do I want to like maybe invest for the future?
Right.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. We got a lot of woodland out right now. No ghost, only 1 dragon, and then
we
have ghost down here and 2 dragons, and then some do not have an origin.
There's a few that are neutral. Yeah. I kind of want that parallel down there, that ghosty. That's expensive though. Is it worth it?
5 and a stun.
Man. I think I'm going to instead take the Herb Warden for 4.
Wow. Okay.
So 3 and 1. I'm going to take this little Woodland. Woodland's origin ability, which comes into play, it shows here at the top when you first get it, is that you'll look at your display and you'll get mana equal to half your Woodland Mons rounded up, and you have to spread those out amongst different people. So I'll put 1 onto there because I only have the 1. I do have to take a stun token, so we have to track that because if I have 3 of these, I have to take a stun turn instead of a normal turn.
Basically, you're not going to get one.
Yeah, they're not always so kind to your like trying to be like, do you want to be my friend?
They do have their stats, but a lot of this is flavor. Although for certain abilities, it can matter.
Yeah, they have their kind of size, how kind of agreeable they are, and stuff like that. And there are certain cards that will reference those stats, but a lot of times it's for flavor. So
which is cute.
I've done that. I've decided to take a card. I will move my staff forward 1 space. The only activation for these stage cards is that you remove 1 of the stage cubes. That is different than mana here. So that goes out of the game, and it is
refill that.
Yep, on to you. I don't have these clear, so I don't need to choose an advanced trick just yet. So it's on to you.
Indeed. So I will get a coin. Money up here. So you get a rune stone of money here. And then, should I meditate? Meditating is great because it essentially sets you up for the kind of next number of turns in terms of money. So I think I am. I'm going to pop a 3 on here. When you meditate, you essentially get to double that. It's like a 401k.
You're investing for the future.
You know, this is our 401k, and then again, every turn you'll get 2 off of each of your meditation cards in case I only have money on one of them. But nonetheless, it basically means you're going to get more money for the future turn. So I'm going to do that right now, and that's all I'm going to do.
I like it. Okay, so back to me. Not stunned yet, just a little roughed up. I will get income. So I'll take the sponsor income of 1 runestone. I think I'm going to meditate now. I'm going to do the same as you. I'm going to throw down 3. We're going to match that investment here, and then I will simply move my staff forward and activate, and remove
mine.
A cube.
Okay. So now I'm going to get my normal income, a sponsor income, and then I'll get 2 off of here again. So now I have a good amount of money here.
Nice.
Ooh. Interesting. I think, gosh, I really want to play this card. I don't think the time is right.
Well, you can anytime. You can, instead of take one of these, you can.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Let's do Cornubus right here. I'm going to get Cornubus right here. I do like the woodland because it's a way to get mana.
Yeah.
Last game we played this, which was a really close game, but I could not get mana to save my life. And so,
one thing I totally forgot, I got Kodama's Blessing for when I first. You also get any instant abilities. Heal 3, 4, or 5 if it's a 2, 3, or 4 player gaming. Gain a mana, so I'll gain a mana. And I will heal for 3. There is no limit to the health you can get.
Oh,
it's
really?
essentially
Okay.
your life and points. So
that
will
is
go up
good to know. Okay, awesome.
3 more health. So sorry,
Wonderful.
I
No, you're
completely
good, you're
interrupted
good.
your thought. I was just like, wait, that's why I got that
gosh.
Cornubus.
Okay, there's already Cornubus in here. So boom, they're going to blop down here. It's going to cost me 5. I already paid that. And they're a woodland mon, and so again, I'll gain mana equal to the amount of woodland creatures I have rounded up. I only have 1, so I will gain 1 though, and I'll blop that onto them.
Yeah, we're out here blopping stuff, so
Dude, we're blopping all day, dude.
Get
Where I am. Okay, cool. So that is them, and this is going to move forward and get off of there.
Nice.
So one thing that we actually both messed up here was you don't take these off when this moves on to you. Take these off when you get a wild creature.
I got excitable, and then I told Nick to take cubes off.
So the one
me.
I took off for this one should have been from here. So now this one only has 2, and I have 1 and 1.
Yeah.
And Mike now reflects
So
that
the more
as well.
you play, the more you kind of get rid of these stage cards. And when you clear all 3, of course, you get your advanced.
When they go onto these cards, then they activate the cards and put one on here. But I was like, wait, both of us just did this wrong.
I was getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Y'all. I get excitable. Okay, so back to me. I'm gonna gain my income, so I'll get 1 from the sponsor. Then I'll take 2, so I'll flip that down and take 1, 2 from that card. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available. Man, I think I'm gonna spend all 5 that I have in my supply to take this Flower Monk right here. So this will now remove a cube off a stage card.
Yes.
So their ability is the same, the woodland. So I have 2. You take half that and gain mana, round it up, so I still only get 1. I'm going to put it onto the herb warden.
Of course. Because now you're full of mana.
But I'm going to put it here, actually. I'm going to wait. Because they're a magic addict, and they want to be able to take a mana off another card to be able to do their spell twice. But I'm gonna play for the future here. But I could instead do that and fill them up. So they have Flower Strike. They are also imbued, which means they come with a runestone on them to be collected later. Flower Strike. After I leave Forest Wing's shelter, I immediately attack. So there is the ability to shelter some cards. So we might do that a bit later. So it's again the yellow being a relationship-based ability.
Yeah, caretaker. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for me. I'm going to move my staff forward. Nothing to activate there. It's back to you.
Okay. So that was expansive. Okay, so I'm going to get 1 for my sponsorship. I do the same thing. I'll flip that over and get 2 more. So we do have a decent amount of money here. 5, 6, 7. 7.
Nice.
Ooh, interesting. Kind of want to get that Tremor card out there.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing about like Cornubus here is their ability is another Singer, which is the class ability, or another woodland creature gains a mana. So I want to make sure I get a second one of
Yeah.
one of those two things.
And the Singer's class ability basically will deal damage for each Singer you have. So they want it. You want
You
to have
want
a
a
lot
bunch of them,
You
yeah.
want to be a group, you know.
So I think
wanna be the
I am.
Desi's
Let's go
child
for it.
out
We're gonna go. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna spend 6. Ooh. 6, and we're gonna get Tremor here. This big old kind of looking rock dragon.
Tremor's a
looking thing.
wild one.
Indeed. So it's me 6. So absorb sound. So I'll gain 1 mana for every 2 Singers I have. If I have 3+ dragon, I would inflict 1 stun on you. I don't have 3+ dragons. I only have 1, but I do have 2 Singers. So
Gain a mana, right?
this Tremor here will gain a mana, which is boom.
All right. They are dragon types. So you'll do their origin.
Indeed. So I'll get to
ability here.
roll 1 die per dragon that I have. I only have 1.
Yeah.
And if I roll this little dragon head, Mike deals the damage. If I deal these little teeth, where are the teeth? Little teeth, then I will deal the damage. Boom. Mike will take 1 hit.
Oh. Lame.
Lamb. All right, then this will move forward. And now I do get to take one of these off because I got a second wild. Karicha.
Okay, well done, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stunned, so I will collect income. I'll go 1 from
Blurs.
here, 2 from this card. And I think I'm going to just meditate this turn. I'm going to put all 3 onto this card.
Yeah,
gaining
double up.
3 to match it. I will still move this forward. So now it's on a card. It'll activate this card and they'll do their little attack. So it'll be their base attack plus any growth tokens they have on them
Yes.
add to that strength. So I only have the 1, so I'll deal 1 damage to you. I also put in mana on this card, which will allow me to have
yes.
this set off because they are full of mana. There's some magicked up, like I'm gonna go crazy. So we will pop these away. First, we do their class ability, then the spell that's right next to it. So their class ability here is they are a magic addict. So all they care about is magic and mana and stuff. So I can remove 1 mana from another card to have this Mon do its spell twice. So I will
Yes.
remove a mana from the Flower Monk. And we're going to do the spell twice, which is Leaf Storm. So I'm going to deal 1 damage.
Okay.
For every 2 woodland creatures, I deal 1. And then for every 2 magic addicts, I would deal 1.
so
I
you're-
have 2 damage, but I'm going to trigger the spell 2 times. So I'm going to do 4 total. To you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if I can get more magic addicts or more woodland,
Well,
I
yeah,
can
you're
really
gonna start
power
beefing
that up.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, that's me.
All right, perfect. Okay, so I am going to gain my income, boom, and then boom, boom. I'm in the same boat. I think I might meditate because I only have $4. So I might as well, let's just blop, bam, 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 and get another 3 on there.
Bam, bam, bam.
Just need to, it's nice you can kind of keep increasing your money kind of income like that, but it
Yeah.
is kind of like, ooh.
You do need to take some amount of time to,
Yeah.
make sure that you.
But everyone's doing that, so it's not like
Invest.
you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna skip this turn and be screwed. It's
Plus, like on this turn, what I did is I tried to time it up specifically.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why on the last turn, I was like, let me put a mana over here because I'm going to be able to do this on the next turn
totally.
anyway. Meditate, bam,
working
bam, bam.
those synergies. Yeah, so the very last thing, I'll blop here. I will do 2 damage to Mikey, because that's just their base damage.
I don't like that.
And then Corvus will get another mana. I am not quite able to the point where I can trigger them, but we are close. Okay.
Okay. Very nicely done. I am going to take a turn. So I'm going to get income and then 2 off of each of my meditation cards. I would love to invest right now, but I think I'm going to buy because this is going to soon switch around to here. And if I can have 1 less card, it gets me back to doing active stuff quicker.
It's just this big cycle, but yeah, if you get rid of
Yeah.
these, then you're getting it done quicker.
So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the money I have on hand. I'm going to get Haze.
He's hazing out here.
Hazy out here. So Haze is going to remove 1 more stage cube. This comes over here. It's an advanced trick that I'll choose from amongst the 3 that I get ultimately later. My Ghost ability allows this to move and activate this spot. So I'm going to deal 2 damage and put a mana right here. And then Haze has an instant ability of Knowledgeable. Gain 1 mana. If you have 6 different icons, inflict 1 stun. So icons will be a mix between the origin and their style. I do not have 6. I actually have
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, but not 6. So that won't, unfortunately, do anything. No stun, no nothing. So I think I am all good just there.
Yeah, totally. Cool. All right, let's get a new A card.
Acorn.
Songstress. Okay, so I am going to get Blam and...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't actually move
Oh, you
this
did not. Yeah,
over.
go ahead. So I'll do
It's
this
going to be
real
1 damage. Go ahead. Because again, my staff moved as a result of the ghost ability, not the typical.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, darn, I can't quite. Do I want to get somebody, or do, I think I'm just gonna meditate again.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm just gonna put it down here, and then now for the next number of rounds here, I should be looking okay money-wise, which will be pretty good, because I have some stuff I want to get, some Mons here I want to get, but not quite there yet. So I'm going to do that again, so they're going to blop here. It's going to be 2 damage. Boop, boop. And then I will slap a mana on here. Slap a mana on! It's the soundtrack for this one. It's like the same guy who did Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy Mons and Magic.
Yep, exactly. That guy can't be that expensive.
No.
Okay, I think I'm done then.
All right, y'all. We're going to get some income. 1. Flip that down. Grab 2 more from here. Only got 3. I feel like I'm going to meditate. I'm going to put 3 onto here. Match the investment. Move this back around to the stage card. Again, doesn't do anything at the moment, but that's okay. All right. Quick and easy.
Yeah.
What you got?
Okay, so I'm going to flip this down. I'll get 2 more. Boom, boom, and I'll get these 2.
Nice.
Blam and blam.
And you get your sponsor income, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So boom. So I have a little bit more even. Yeah, Interesting. I think I'm going to play my reserve card. So again, we got to draft out and play a reserve card.
Yep.
I guess this would not take one off of here, though, because it's not from the wild. Would that still consider?
Yeah, no, you're, yeah.
Would it be considered? Okay. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to play Chibonge, which is such a good name. So Chibonge is a ghost. And so what happens immediately is I get to put Froggo into play.
What?
Chibonge has got Froggo as a little friend. So I get to put Froggo into play and gain 1 mana. What? So bam.
Illegal.
So I also gain a stun token. So Froggo and Chibonge work together, basically. So their spell is I'll deal X damage, and X is going to be the number of cards between them and Froggo. And Froggo's ability is when they are full of mana, I get to move forward or backwards 2 spaces. So Froggo can keep getting farther and farther away. And then basically, when this is things, if there's like 6 cards, they're doing 6 damage then.
Are they just friends because they both have long tongues?
I'm going to go ahead
and say,
and
it's
yeah.
like kids who are like, you're my height, so we're friends now. Yeah, that's how
we
that
have the same
works?
birthday. That means we're brothers. It's like,
Yeah,
that
it's
doesn't
like,
make any sense.
No.
But yeah, these kids are dumb. Okay, so because I did the ghost ability though, I get to move this forward and activate it, which means I'm going to do 1 damage to you, Mikey, and then I'll get another mana on here. And then at the end of my turn here, I'm going to move forward here and put 1 on Froggo. Boop. So the thing is, right now they're right next to it. So they actually, if I triggered this one, it actually wouldn't do anything.
It's going to take a little while to kind of get going because you want to get them spread out.
One last thing is I can do this because I put a card in the wild. I don't believe Froggo counts as coming from the wild.
I don't think so.
I don't think
it's a different deal.
But I now will play my trick. Oh, no, I can't play my trick.
What is this trick? You're hanging on to it for so long.
Oh, I need 2 mana. Uh-oh.
What?
I need 2 mana to put this into play.
You have a bajillion.
Not mana, sorry, not runestones.
Oh, you got to wait.
All right, so I guess I'll wait till next turn, I suppose?
You got to wait. Yep.
Okay, I'll do it next turn then.
Cost, man.
Yeah.
We pay costs here. We pay our bills.
Okay.
We pay our debts or whatever they said in that show.
Sure.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gaining income. So I'll get 1 from the sponsor, 2 from these meditation cards. Man, do I just ball out and meditate again?
It's not the end.
I don't want to
the worst
keep
idea.
Waiting.
It is one of those things. It's like, yeah, it's like, do you just keep doing it because like you can then have heck of money?
I'm doing it. Meditating. This is moving forward. Planning for the future.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get my sponsorship one. I'll get this and then this. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and put this into play. So it cost me 2 rune stones to do this, Mikey. So this is, I reveal this card after I collect my first Magic Addict. So that's also one of the reasons why I chose Chabanges, because I chose this one. Yeah. So I'll deal 2 damage to myself, Murph.
Okay.
And then I'll place 3 mana onto this card. So 3 mana on this card. So now, whenever I must remove 1 mana as required by the Magic Addict action, I can remove it from here. I don't have to remove it from another Mon. So if you remember, the Magic Addict ability is you can remove a mana to do that spell twice, which is what Mikey did earlier.
Man.
But I can essentially do that 3 times for free.
That's super nice. Yeah, because it's it does slow down your other Mons from achieving their goal because you're like, I'll take your magic, please.
Exactly. So I was like, ooh, that'll work well.
That's
I
cool.
know I can get at least 1 Magic Addict because I can draft one here in the beginning. Okay, cool. So now that is done. I'm also trying to think, should I just meditate? I only have $4. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and meditate. As boring as it may be, I'm gonna do it. It's part of it. Gotta keep that money flow coming in.
That's truth.
All right, and then this is gonna go.
Okay, me?
Yep.
Let me gain sponsor income, and then 2 from each meditation card. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is it? Okay. I'm going to spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Wow.
To get Grim here.
Ooh.
Grim costs 6. There's no stun tokens or anything like that. They have Stinging and Curse, so remove 1 mana from a Mon on each opponent's board. If an opponent does not have any mana, they would get 2 damage. You have plenty. Let's remove 1 off of Tremor there, please.
Okay.
That's their instant thing. They are a woodland Mon, so I will get
2
mana equal to my people divided by 2, half rounded up, so I'll get 2. And I have to spread these out on different folks. I will put 1 on themselves, 1 here. Maybe I'll go here, actually.
Okay.
Let me go there. And there's that. So I think that's all for me, folks. This will move forward here. I'll deal 1 damage to you and put a mana onto the Herb Warden.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Herb Warden. Okay.
I totally forgot to pick this up way earlier, so I'm going to do that now.
Wow.
People have already left comments, but I saw it just later.
All right. All right, so I'm going to get my income, my sponsorship income, and then my meditation. Boom and boom. Okay, so I probably should get a new wild creature. Ooh. Cool. Oh, wow.
What?
Just abilities, they're constant. So the blue banners here, reminder, are like kind of passive abilities. So you can spend health as runestones, as money, basically, once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can do that as much as you want. Then once per turn, you may remove 1 growth from a Mon to have it gain 1 mana. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. But man, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, man, yeah, I want. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get parallel here. It's gonna be 5, quite a bit. We're gonna go boof boof.
Nice.
Okay. So I do get another stun. So I have 2 stuns at this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of terrifying. If I get 3, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You just kind of take a non-turn.
Yeah.
Because you're stunned. Okay, so now again, I have their ability that is just active. So they're a ghost. So I get to move forward twice now because I have 2 ghosts and then activate it. So I'm going to go bop, bop.
Good timing to play that, man.
Yes, indeed. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, because I'll go bop. So you're going to hit for twice.
Just hit me twice.
And then now I have this one, which is full. So I'll take these off. First off, I will get their Singer ability. So the Singer is, I will deal 1 damage for each Singer on my board. I have 2, so that's 2 more damage.
Hit me twice.
He's hit me twice. And then their ability is another woodland creature or another Singer gains 1 mana. I'm going to put that onto Tremor. Because now at the end of my turn, boom, I'm going to go bam. That's going to give them a mana.
He's putting it together, folks.
That's going to give them a mana,
It's real scary in here.
which then fills them up right here. They are also a singer, which means you're going to gain 2 more damage.
He hit me twice. Thrice. Oh, man.
And then Sonic Conduction. So I'll move the staff forward up to 3 spaces. If it lands on a singer, I will deal 2 damage.
Oh, that's cool.
So my question is this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it 1. Here's
Yeah?
my thought, Mikey.
Okay.
Is because I want this to move to Froggo, because it'll fill Froggo up. I want Froggo to move. Because if I
Before they
activate
do
them,
that.
it doesn't do anything, because there's no cards between Chibonga and Froggo.
Yeah, that's
so I'm going to
true.
move it here.
I think that's smart. Yeah.
And then because I collected a wild one, I will also get rid of that card.
Hey.
Okay, that was a good one. So you can see, you can start putting together these
Yeah.
pretty crazy synergies there.
I know.
Okay, Mikey.
Oh, all right, man. Well done.
Hey, man. We
I
out
was
here.
kind of sitting pretty with some of that health before, but now.
Yeah, no, I was getting worried about it.
A little more, sir. A little more balance. Okay, I'm going to play my card from reserve. I'm going to play Crimson Spike. Just going to slide these down a little bit.
That's pretty. Another fighter.
The Crimson
you a fighter?
Spike.
Oh, are you fool?
Why you food? Gosh, man, dude, Kramer vs. Kramer was such a tight movie. So good.
Kramer vs. Predator. Better movie.
Kramer from Seinfeld.
yeah, specifically Kramer from Seinfeld.
And the Predator from Predator.
Predator.
Okay, so this costs 4 rune stones. I have to get stunned.
Ooh.
So I am also on the
All right,
verge,
we're each on
like
2.
Nick. Okay, so they have Thorn Cycle, a passive ability. The first time that I get my 3rd, 6th, or 9th growth placed on me, deal 3 damage. So we're all about growing as big as they can. They
Okay.
don't have any inherent strength.
No.
Their spell is that they gain 2 growth, and they are next to a caretaker to help them grow as well.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
We help each other grow here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this removes
Yeah, that's very good placement.
the last one of those. So
Ooh,
now
nice.
I can choose an advanced trick. I'll let you go while I do choose my trick, and I'll let you know what I do. I will go here, though,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and put kaboom. My second man on here. I'm going to deal you 2 damage for the strength of Flower Monk there. And then they're going to do their fighter ability. So I roll fighter
So 2
dice.
damage?
2 damage.
Okay.
Equal to the strength, which is 2. And then now there's these little pips down here. So I'm going to deal damage equal to
amount of
half
pips?
the amount of pips that I roll. So
Okay.
these are kind of multi-use dice. So now we're looking at these little pips
Yeah.
here. So their strength is 2. So I will roll 2 dice.
4?
Dealing 4 pips equals 2 damage.
Nice.
There we go.
Let's go. All right, cool.
Their spell is choose a mon, a flying mon, and shelters them. I don't have any flying mon, so I'll ignore that part. But
Okay,
otherwise,
cool.
we're good.
All right, all right. I'm going to gain, boop, bam.
Actually, before you take your income, before you go, I should do this.
Oh, you should choose your trick, right?
Because
Yes.
my random recruit, my basic skill.
Ya basic.
Yeah, basic. Okay.
Ooh, we got questions now. I could have played this better, I think.
All right. I'm going to put energy flow into play as my advanced trick.
Okay, so what's that
So
do?
I have to immediately remove a mana from one of my mons as a cost, and then after I collect a mon, it gains 1 mana. So it's just kind of a perpetual,
What gains 1 mana?
the mon that I collect.
Oh, cool.
But I have to remove one. I guess I'll remove one from...
Oh, that's
I kinda like
nice.
their
That's a
ability.
really nice ability.
I'll take one off of the Herb Warden, just because these are about to be full up. And then my random recruit, my basic ability that I put into play at the start of the game, after you gain an advanced trick as a result of removing all stage cards, which I just did, draw the top card of the B deck and collect that mon for free, ignoring stun and cost. Boom. All right.
Dang.
So we got Spree. So let's go ahead and carry this out. So they are a ghost.
You got 2 ghosts now.
So I got 2 ghosts. So I'm gonna. Ooh.
Ooh, you better put on Grim, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to go on to Grim.
Ooh, that was a good pull right there.
They're also going to allow me to heal for 2, so I'll do that real quick before I forget. Boom. All right, so I'll get to do this.
You're going to hit me for 3 because you just activate it, right?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I do. And then I'm going to put a mana on them. So they're going to do their spell of Caretaker, so I can put a growth on one of the adjacent Mons. I'll put it on Crimson Spike here, since they're all about growing anyway. And since it's the first growth that they get a runestone on them. That's a little bonus. And then Tangled Maturation. So an adjacent Mon gains 1 growth, or remove 2 growth among your Mons to deal 4 damage. I'll put a second one on them.
That's huge.
Kablam.
Yeah, that's a good placement of those two. Yeah, really good placement.
Want to get them together. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So that's me, y'all.
Okay.
For realsy now, you can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get... I already did my income because you hadn't finished your turn.
I interrupted again. I apologize.
Man, so I only have $4. I'm about to be out of my meditation, so I'm like, should I just meditate again?
Yeah.
I think I might. I think I might just blop this down here, take a meditation turn, and just go. Yeah. So I'm going to move here. That's going to put a mana onto Froggo. Froggo also hits you for 1. You're a good 10, almost 10 health ahead of me. So Froggo can now move. So I realized I was trying to decide when to put them out. And I realized I really should have put them out first. Because now I can move Froggo forward or backward 2 spaces. So my thing is, like, I can move them here, but then this is the max they could ever be away from each other.
Right.
So I think I should move Froggo this way.
Because you have more.
I have more
runway
chance to get more cards.
Point.
But I'm like, hey, I really should have put them out first, because then they would have been here, and I could have gotten Froggo farther and farther and farther away. So I think I'm only going to move them here.
The more you know. That's all right. That's how we learn.
Because I'm just like, oh, I probably could have.
That's an interesting, cool thing what you just did, though, because you were able to just get your staff to the very end to be able to get that loop turned around.
Yeah.
So you kind of travel. So anything that's on that card, when you move it, any movement, it all comes with it.
Totally.
So it's kind of an interesting, like, ooh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get to flop back around to here, and then that's gonna be it for me.
Very nice. I'm gonna gain income. I'll get these two. I'm in a similar boat of like.
You also kind of have too much money. You have money to meditate now.
I'm going to meditate before it gets too late. Okay, so I'll move on to Crimson Spike. I do have 2 growth. I collect this. I'll do 2 damage because of my total strength, and I'll place a mana onto you, and it's back to you.
Okay. So we'll gain boom, boom, and then boom. Okay. So now I really want to get this off because I want to be able to get my advanced trick out as well. So I think I definitely want to get something from the wild. There's also one of these locations here.
Yep.
So what is this one? So the first time your board has 8 cards, you may remove all mana from a Mon. If you do, it discharges immediately. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't have to be full.
That's very cool.
That's cool.
And of course, it also does its origin ability too. So it helps aid other woodlands, it seems like.
Yeah, it does. So this one is... Their ability, and then their ability means if this goes on here, you'll heal 1, 2, or 3 for each Mon whose friendliness is 4 and up. So this is one of those situations. Now, other than Chimbange, who is obviously very friendly, I don't have any ones that are like that, so that's actually not that useful for me. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend 5. I've been looking at Lucerne up here, but I wanted to wait until I had 3 ghosts. Okay, so Lucerne here, they have an immediate thing called Lanterns of Malice. If I have 3 or more ghosts, I gain 2 growth. And by I, they mean this card. They speak of the first person, which I think is super cute.
Yeah, this is what I do.
I gain 2 growth.
Wow.
If I have 3 or more caretakers, I would inflict 1 stun. I don't. This is my first caretaker. That's pretty cool. But now it's a ghost, so I can move forward 3. 1, 2, 3 onto Chabange, which is going to be 1 damage to Mikey. And then I will put down a mana on them, and now they are full. So the first thing I'm going to do is their Magic Addict, so I can remove 1 mana from another card on my board to have this cast its spell 1 more time. But keep in mind, I have my Energy Feeder, so I can do it here.
Nice.
I guess I might as well do it. And their thing is, I will deal X damage, X is the number of cards between me and Froggo. There's only 1, so I'm actually only going to do 2 damage right now.
That counts.
But again, being able to do this multiple times, if it's like super far away could start getting real
Yeah,
hot.
it could be really bad.
So that's pretty darn cool. Okay, and then I'll just move here. They're going to do 2 more damage. Boom. And then gain a mana.
Nice.
I can't remember. I can spend my health as money. It's probably not a great idea, but I can do it.
You have the ability.
Ooh, and then once per turn, I can remove a growth from a mon to have it gain 1 mana. I might do that before this thing hits them so I can actually do their ability. But I'll do that later. Okay, and the last thing to do is, boom, I can remove this and get my fancy trick. Okay, let me take a look at these. Okay. Interesting.
I like what you've done here.
I like what you've done here.
Ooh, there's 2 of these that are like, oh man, I definitely want this. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one, but I will not reveal it yet.
Sneaky.
Okay, you're up, Mikey. We can move everything down now. What you thinking?
I'm trying to think of the importance here because I've got income, got some cash, I got some runestones. Do I, again, meditate one more time and sort of set myself for the future? Or I want to buy something. I want to get them on, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's just more stuff there.
I think I'm going to meditate, though.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do that because I think I can make this make sense. So I'm going to go to Spree here.
Make it make sense.
They don't have any strengths. They won't actually do any damage yet, but they will put the mana on, which completes that. I also collect this because it's on them. So they have the flying ability. So what I can do is basically fly and move around to a different area. If I'm flying backward, basically the thing that's next to wherever they land that I didn't cover up, I put a mana on. So I'm going to move them here. I'm going to go 1, 2 spots down the way. Collect that mana.
Collect that mana.
To here. And I can put a mana onto Haze. Boom. And then their spell is for each card I've just moved past, which is 2 cards, I deal 1 damage. I'll deal 2 damage to you there. And now Haze is full up. So they're going to do that. They are a magic addict, so I will remove a mana from another Mon to do this spell twice. So I have Mana Tune. Another Mon gains 1 mana. If this is not the first time I've cast this spell this turn, deal 3. So to choose different Mons, I will be doing this twice. So I'm going to put 1 onto Grim here, and then 1 back onto them as the second spell. And the second time around, I deal 3 damage.
Nice.
So 3 to you. And I've kind of reorganized my stuff a little bit, which I think will be good for what I'm going to do, hopefully, on the next turn. So take it away.
Okay. Oh, that's useful.
Are you seeing the Matrix?
Starting to see the Matrix, Mike.
Galaxy
I don't know
Strats
if
engaged?
maybe. I just realized, so I'll just say, parallel here, they have peculiar flow, so I can switch 2 Mons positions. If I do, I can redistribute their mana and or growth. So I can get Chuponge here.
Wow.
So I might, they're ghosts. Ghosts work together, right? So that's...
Ghosts stick together.
Ghosts stick together. Okay, so that is interesting. Now, granted, I'm not near getting them again, so it's one of those things. I think I'm going to meditate, though, because I really want... Bop, bop, bop. I want to keep this money flow going, but at the end of my turn, I can put my advanced trick into play here. So I will choose a Mon with an instant ability, one of the Lightning Bolt ones, and immediately resolve that ability again, and then place 1 rune on this Mon. So I will do... I think I'll do them, because I think it's more useful. So this one, if I have 3 or plus ghosts, they will gain 2 growth, which I definitely... Now they have 4. And then I am going to use their turn. So once per turn, I can remove a growth from a mon to have it gain 1 mana. I'm just going to remove 1 here. They still have 3, and they'll have 1 mana, which means once this gets to them,
Yeah.
we'll be able to trigger them.
Man, that's not
And I'll go
bad.
here and get Froggo. Bam. Froggo. Okay.
All right, back to me, hey.
Yep.
Let's get some rune stones. Flip that down. Take 2 more. Take 2 from here. Okay, I am going to get,
Ooh.
I think that'd be
Qianlong.
Qianlong or Qianlong. It's for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dragon. Ooh, Dragon Caretaker.
Dragon Caretaker. I want to have another Caretaker next to Crimson Spike so I could
Yeah.
hopefully really...
I'm getting worried about that Crimson Spike card. I'm not
do
gonna
that.
lie.
So the dragons, when you get dragons, you roll the dragon dice equal to the amount of dragons you have. This is actually my first, so I only have the 1.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Ooh.
deal 1 damage to yourself and myself.
Hey.
And so it goes. Dragons are just, inherently
pretty
chaotic
wild, you know?
creatures. They have an instant ability of flourishing. So a mon gains 1 mana. If I have 6 or more cards, which I do, place 2 runestones on me. You got it.
Oh, nice.
Where do I want to place? If I move, this is already going to get 1, so I'm going to put 1 here on Crimson Spike. Okay, it's all coming together now, boys. Alrighty, so that's that. I'm going to move my staff. I will deal 3 damage to you for Grim and place a mana here, which means I can do their spell. Ugh. They are a caretaker, so I will put a growth on an adjacent mon. I'll go into Crimson Spike. Crimson Spike now has their 3rd growth for the first time, so I'll deal 3 damage to you for that. Now we have Tangled Maturation. Adjacent mon gains 1 growth or remove 2 growth among my mons to deal 4 damage. I will place 1 on Crimson
Yeah,
Spike.
that's a pretty crazy synergy you got going there.
Kablamo.
Yeah. Oh, wild.
I'm loving it.
That's pretty crazy. All right,
That's
so by the
me.
way, we're out of A cards, so we'll
That's
just
it.
leave those there.
Yep.
Okay, wowzers. Good stuff. I love those synergies. Let's go.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. You all done?
I'm all done.
Okay, so blam. So now I have 6. I want to make sure. Ooh. Turf. Man, I kind of. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna spend 3, and I'm gonna get Creus right here.
No, half ran.
It's a little. So they don't have an origin ability. They have a instant ability. So it's mess around. Choose up to 2 cards in the wild and shuffle them back into their deck. This Dragon Age and this are gonna go back into here because we're not getting them, and I don't want them. So this will go back into here.
I respect.
Okay, and then boom. So we'll go. Well, I guess we'll fill that up here in a second. While I do my thing, so boom, I'll get this rune, blam, and then I will get another mana on here. So first we're gonna do 1 damage, actually 4 damage, because they have 3 growth on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
And then they have Caretaker, so I can place 1 growth on an adjacent mon. If this is the first growth on that mon, place 1 rune on it. Ooh, interesting. I can only put it on these kind of somewhat weaker ones, so I guess I might as well put it on them.
Yeah.
Since they're going next, and I'm about to get this rune kind of anyway, so.
Yeah, smart.
Boom, okay. And then their ability is deal 1 damage equal to the number of growth on my board. So that's throughout here, huh?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 4 more.
Dang. Well, you even
Boom.
that right up.
Yeah, that was okay. Interesting, okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, sorry, just trying to think of other stuff.
You're good.
too.
You're all good.
Okay, and then that is it. So now we'll get out more of these. Boom, boom. Walker, Texas Ranger coming out.
Sick.
And the Dragon Roost.
What's a Dragon Roost do?
So Dragon Roost, their ongoing abilities to receive 1 less damage from dragon cards on your board. So basically, when you're rolling the teeth against you, that's bad. And then when the pawn comes to them, you'll roll 3 dragon dice.
Interesting. Okay, cool. My turn. I'm going to gain some income. Get these. Get those. And I think I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate this turn. do that. We're going to move forward here. So I'm going to hit you for 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hate that.
Boom. We're going to put a mana onto my friend here, which means they can discharge and do their ability. So the fighter ability, so they're going to roll dice equal to their strength, which is 4. So 4 dice. And again, the pips that I roll, I'll get damage equal to half the value.
That's right.
Of the total pips. So we've got
Ooh,
1,
4,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So 3?
So it's going to be 3. Whoopsie. Whoop.
Butterfingers.
3. And then my spell is I can gain 2 growth here, which puts me on my 6th growth for the first time, which means I do 3 more damage.
Big hits. As a game, I mean, as these games ramp up and stuff, you start starting to put together some big hits here, you know?
Yep, that's the hope.
Brink right there.
Okay, me? Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's get my sponsorship money. There you go. Blop. Blam. Blam. Okay. So, ooh. Okay, I think I'm going to buy Walker Texas Ranger here for 5.
Nice.
And they have an ability, ongoing ability, so it says, after the staff lands on me and there is no other effect to resolve, I may move to other positions. So basically when the staff lands on them, they can move, which is pretty cool. The ghosts
Another way to push Froggo further. You
yeah,
know.
that's kind of the hope, right? And so that's very cool. And also, like, their spell here is that the staff is not on me, move it to me. So if they trigger their mana, so you can move it to them. So you can kind of get them in an interesting position.
Very cool.
Okay. And then we're going to, we did a ghost ability.
Yep.
So I now have 4 ghosts. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3,
Gonna go all the
4.
way around, eh?
We are going to go all the way around. We're going to hit you for 2.
Okay.
Boom, and put 1 onto here. Blam. And then for the end of our thing, we're going to go boop right here, hit you for 1 more.
Ooh.
And then put 1 onto Chobonge.
Brutal.
Riff.
Alrighty.
Okay. Ooh.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
All right, let's gain some income. Boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. I got to spend.
You got a lot of money.
I do. I got to spend. I got too much. I think if I have 10 at the end of the turn, I got to just ditch it.
Yeah.
So let's not have that happen. I'm going to spend 6 to get Songstress here.
Yeah.
Songstress.
I want all those ghosts.
Right there. It comes, they are imbued.
Oh, nice.
So I do have 3 ghosts, so I can move up to 3.
So you give it a mana, though? Isn't it? You have an instant ability, too.
Another Mon gains 1 mana, yeah. So,
You're tapped out on mana. You've been putting together some cool stuff here.
I'm going to go here, because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 from the 3 ghosts that I have. Then I can activate you, my friend. So they're going to do 1 damage. Boop. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you get your 9th card, you do 1 final trick check where you deal 5 damage, and then trick checks are done. So I'm not quite there.
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
Okay, so we're just going to move our staff per its normal activation now. I'm going to deal 2 damage to you. Boom. This loads up Flower Monk, so they will discharge. I'm going to do roll 2 dice because their strength is 2, so they're a fighter. That's going to do 5, so it's going to do 2 damage to you because it cut that down in
You're
half.
staying like 10 health ahead of me here. I hate it.
Then I'm going to choose a flying friend, and they are going to shelter.
Okay.
So kabam, like that. So they are now sheltered, and what that means is that when my sheltered card basically comes out of shelter, they move to the right of my board, and then the Flower Monk has the ability to attack immediately. That's a special thing that they do. So they're kind of just chilling.
Chilling, yeah.
Under wing, you know?
Okay. I'm going to get my income. I'm getting worried here. Mikey has got, like a 10 health lead, and
Getting loaded up.
I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the stuff I want to do. So my question is like, I have 5 coins, but that will like literally wipe me out. I think I have to meditate because then literally next turn I'd have like 1 coin. So I'm just kind of like, I think I have to. It's kind of a bummer, but it's what it is. I'm going to go bam. Okay, and then they are going to move here. You're going to do 2 damage to Mikey.
We out here.
And then put another mana on them. And then boom, and then this is going to activate. So they're a fighter, and their strength is 2, so I'll roll 2 die. You're going to do only 1 damage. Bummer. And then now, so particularly if I can switch 2 Mons positions, if I do, I can redistribute their mana and or growth onto each other. I think I'm going to put, I think I'm going to bring them all the way over here. Just try and get them far away from Froggo. I am hoping that I can trigger their ability before the game ends, because I think it'll be pretty good if I can do it. Okay, and then, yeah, I think that's going to be it then.
Alrighty. I'm going to gain income. Flip that down for 2. And I think I'm going to get Pixie's Grove there for 4. 1. Oh, does it come with a stun?
You're going to get stunned. Oh, no, that's imbued. Sorry, that's imbued.
Oh, thank goodness. I was like, no! Been living on the edge this whole time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that. This does come imbued, so we'll go like so. So this is going to do this origin ability, which is Woodland. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tucked under there. So I'll get 3 mana to spread around. And I think I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. They all have to be on different
Nice.
folks. And the first time your board has 8 cards, you may remove all mana from a Mon. If you do, it discharges immediately. I do have 8 cards, so I will do that. I'll discharge off of
Nice.
Crimson Spike here to do the fighting ability. So their strength is 6. So I'll roll all these dice.
Oh, fam, this might be bad round here. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5
my gosh.
damage to you. And then they gain 2 growth. All right.
Oh,
That is that. I do also have 9 cards in play now.
Oh my
So I do my final trick check.
oh,
Deal 5 damage.
that's horrible.
And then that is all done. No more
I'm not going to
trick
do my
checks
cool
for the
stuff
future.
before I die. This is going to
You're
suck.
just going to get ranked. You're knocked out in rank. No one's dying
man,
here.
I'm death.
This is no death.
Death becomes
This is
me.
a friendly match,
I am
man.
death.
I am become death.
Okay.
Destroyer of worlds or whatever.
I'm the destroyer of worlds. All right, so I'm going to get my income here. Dang it.
Actually, get 1 more damage. Sorry. 1 more damage. That's it.
What?
Just 1 more damage.
I get 1 more damage?
Yeah, I had to move my staff forward.
Okay,
But that's
so I need to buy a curd. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm going to spend 4, and I'm going to get the flow of the essential here.
Okay.
So they're a dragon, so I'll roll dragon dice. Oh, God, this could kill me.
Nah.
Oh, God, this could kill me right here. If it kills me, I'm going to play out my turn. So, because I want to see,
I want to see it play out.
I don't think it's not going to be a huge turn, but I just want to do it. God, please don't kill me. Oh my gosh, it didn't kill me.
You won 1. You got
2 damage to
plenty,
Mikey, 1
dude.
damage
You got
to me.
plenty.
Plenty. Okay. And then, so their thing is a Mon gains 1 growth, or a Mon loses 1 growth, or 1 runestone to gain 2 mana.
Ooh, you can make them trigger.
I'm going to do this one because it's going to make them trigger.
Okay.
Okay. So boom and boom. So now I'm going to move this to Froggo. I'm going to do 1 damage. Get wrecked, Mike.
There you go.
Put this onto here. This is going to trigger. I can move Froggo 2 spaces. So I'm going to move them this way. Boom.
Again, it brings the staff with you.
It does, yeah, which is nice because I would want to move that. I don't think I'm going to make it to getting to them, but I would love to. Won't matter. So also the problem is I need 3 men on them, which I'm not going to really get. So there's all this is kind of pointless. But nonetheless, I will do their thing. So I can cast a spell from an adjacent Mon as if it was mine. I cannot transform this way. So you couldn't like transform into a cooler thing if you had like the dragon egg or something like that. So I could do Froggo get 2 more away, which would be awesome because it'd be here, which means this would go onto here, but I would need another mana onto here.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Mike, I'm not gonna lie. If that did it, I have Magic Addict, which means I could do this twice. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would be 16 damage if I could do this with them over here.
There you
It's
go.
not going to happen. So I'll do this instead. So deal damage equal to the number of growth on my board. I have 4. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Indeed. I do now also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 cards. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 5, sorry.
It's not like it's this blowout.
And that's it. Man, I could...
Man.
If I could trigger this one, because right
Yeah.
now it'd still be 10.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, I don't think. I don't think there's any way I could do it, really. Alrighty.
Okay. Well done, sir.
There you know. We got here.
Let's see. I'm going to get that one tail. 2,
Okay.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom.
Yeah, I get another... Oh, yeah, Mike's going to wreck me right now.
They are another woodland, so I'm going to get 3 mana because I have 6, so we get half the mana. They all have to go on to different folks. So I'm going to go boom, boom. I suppose boom. And they have Untamed. When I'm activated by the staff, which is not yet, they do not attack at the end of your turn. If you have 6+ growth onto them, they become 9 tails, which we won't have time for, of course, but they do that. They
do.
eventually evolve. But I'm going to move. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to put one there. Because it's going to do this. I'll put it here. It won't matter. All right, I'm going to move just here. So I'm going to do 3 damage to you, just from the attack of Grim.
I did.
Very nice. And then I'll do Caretake. I'll put another one on to Crimson Spike, which is their 9th. So you're going to do 3 damage to you there.
Guess we'll just... I don't know how to count
And
this. We'll go boom.
We're going to do Tangled Maturation. We can add a growth, remove 2 growth among your mons. I'll remove 2 to do 4 damage right there. Just out here
I'm at
calculating.
-7 right now, just let you know.
It's just for funsies.
Hey, it's for funsies.
But you do get one final turn. We're going to play equal turns variant. So let's see what you can do here.
Do not think it's going to matter. I will get... Let me see. Yeah, I mean,
I forgot to do
have
my other
get,
person, but I'm going to put a growth back on over here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, boom. I have 4. Oh, let's see what... Please be not that. So the problem is, I would need another mana on Chabonge here, and then I could wreck you pretty good. But I don't think.
No.
I don't. Unless there's okay. So is there anything?
Yeah. What can you buy?
Is there anything that I can do that is like put a mana on here when you get it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think.
One thing, Nick, I got 9-tail. I am stunned on my next turn, which won't happen, but I just want you to know.
Oh wow,
I'm stunned.
that's good to know, Mike. Thank you.
So you know.
So no.
We're playing honest here.
Yeah, there's nothing out here that gives me a mana, and then I'm completely wiped out, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I can really do here. Dang it. Because there's also no, like, woodland, although it wouldn't matter for my, once you know it would, potentially, but, like, yeah, there's no woodland stuff out there, so I can't get mana that way. Dang it. I'm close to being... And honestly, if I could put 10 on you, it would be a very... I actually would technically win if I could do it, but I don't think I can. So I guess we'll just... let's see who we want to get here.
You could also just let it ride.
I think we'll just let it ride.
Nick, in this competition, guess who came in second?
Who?
Guess who's getting silver? Guess who's on the podium?
Guess who had
This guy's on the
no
podium. Let's clap it up.
choice.
Listen, we get to
Clap
hear
it up.
your anthem play. It's all the same.
Clap it up.
It's all good, man.
Dang it, yeah, I'm so close. And honestly, if I could do it, I would have hit you for 10, which means I would have won.
Yeah?
But, oh yeah, because I would have hit you for 10, which means you would be at -8, and I'm at -7.
I'm at 8 now. How is 10? I'd be at -2.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry, man, that is bad.
Right,
Nonetheless,
be a negative.
I'm losing regardless.
It happens.
Yeah, it would be tough. It would be tough. If I had a couple more turns, I probably could put together something really cool. But hey, that is it. That's Mons and Mages. Mikey crushed it.
We did it.
Good job, Mikey.
That was Mons and Mages.
So yes, indeed. So Mikey crushed Mikey, and
But
I'm not gonna
honestly,
lie.
you were just like a step behind.
No, we
one
weren't. No, we
turn.
weren't, Mikey. I'm not gonna lie. We did this after I edited. I forgot to move a 10 down at one point, so you were actually like a whole 10 health ahead of me.
Oh, I see how it is.
Destroyed me. Yes, I noticed that. I was like, ooh, that looks bad on Nick.
Sneaky lady, you. That's what I got. Okay, well, I crushed then.
That was Mons and Mages.
Thank you so much, Leviath Games, for sponsoring this playthrough. Let us know what you think about this one in the comments below, and check out the campaign. If this game seems interesting to you, we'd really appreciate that. Tell them their brothers Murph sent you if you could. And we'll catch y'all next time at the Game House.
Bye, everybody.